Pleasant Productions presents the Math of ESP, why it works even if you don't believe in it. Okay, as this says, this is part 69 of Occupy ISS. The war for survival, yes, the revolution for survival. Viva la revolution. For those of you that playfully know what 69 represents in the sexual world, you know, you can understand why I'm going to be a little bit playful here. Keep in mind that 69 is also the kind of like the yin-yang symbol. So it's a cycle of life and all that goes around and comes around and all kinds of fun. I'm going to go ahead and put our space station up here because, like I said, this is going to be kind of fun and playful. As I say, you're going to have a whole bunch of these. They're going to be out there. Possibly on the Lagrange point, possibly not on the Lagrange point, possibly somewhere else for some other reason, some other, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. You park them where you want to. The thing is that if you have a bunch of these on the Lagrange point, like you say, you know, I have 4,000 of them out there, 40,000 of them, who knows. You're probably going to have the same sort of problem you have around here, which is going to be one guy telling somebody else, saying, hey, my soccer player team is better than your soccer playing team. So I'm waiting to see the first zero-gravity soccer games, football games. I don't think we can get away with baseball. Footballs and soccer balls don't normally travel at 100 miles an hour. And, you know, some sort of thing in here where you have a guy hitting a guy pitching a ball at 90-some miles an hour and hitting it, you know, and ricocheting off and elsewhere. Well, that might be interesting. Still trying to figure out how we can do some anti-water polo. Kind of like the soccer game, you know, you got water polo. It's a similar type of thing. We've also got the frisbee games, which are kind of not too bad. We ever get gravity plating working out. It'll be real interesting to see what we do in the way of auto racing with gravity plates. How about ping pong or tennis or handball? The racket club, handball type stuff with the little handball there. You know, you're bouncing it off all the walls everywhere. You know, imagine having that kind of leagues playing interactively between all the different ones. So, you know, I mean, the ricochets and stuff like that are all going to count. So you've got all this kind of silliness available to you to literally put all kinds of life up there. You know, you don't have to stick to that hard regiment of what, you know, military wants to do. I mean, the military definitely, you know, they want to be out there working you hard, making you jump around and do stuff that you don't have to do. But, you know, like I say, stop and think about what kind of theatrical performances and ballet and little kids shows and stuff like that you can be using some of the different levels of, I mean, think of what will happen for a kid to be born and live their life going from 100% Earth gravity to zero gravity to 100% to zero gravity as just a standard normal. They don't see anything wrong with it. They go in there and swim through the air. There was I think it was a Heinlein, but it might have been another one where they had a bicycle race. But you were in almost near zero gravity, and you know there were different functions on the bicycle in the idea of actually some wings or something like, you know, kind of like a paddle boat. You know, their new thing coming out, going. people that read retro stuff. Somebody is now putting out the brand new invention of a bicycle on a pair of catamaran plastic pontoons, and the bicycle, of course, runs a little paddle and you go scooting around, and apparently this person isn't aware that I think the first one of those was built back in the 1800s. Needless to say, you have all of this stuff that you can do up there and be a part of. You can have, you can have your country fairs and your horticulture. It's big enough to build amusement parks. You've got the facilities for doing it. Like I said, putting gardening and plants in this stuff and teaching people how to use plants and be able to deal with plants and to have food. Like I say, you got a whole entire new world of just, entertainment type games to learn how to play. You're going to have theatrics and stuff that you're going to beam back and forth from one another, rather than picking up a can of film and sending it across, obviously. But you'll have movie theaters and types of sets and stuff that can be built into these areas and stuff. People go out and make bigger ones, smaller ones, whatever. It doesn't matter. The thing is that this is all 100% possible, and like I said, every phase builds on the past. Every phase is using waste material and trash and asteroids and stuff that is available to take without having to sit there and threaten to kill somebody else. And an awful lot of putting this stuff together and up into space. Like I say, you extract mercury, you extract lead, you extract some of your toxin, you get some of these barrels of radioactive waste off the planet. You're actually doing something to show the gods you're thankful you're trying to live. You're showing some respect to the gods. I mean, I don't know why people think that the gods want spoiled, rotten children. Everybody knows somebody else has a spoiled, rotten child. And my son wasn't brought up that way. He takes care of himself. He figures things out. He fends for himself. I've seen other kids where they're totally pampered, totally taken care of, totally, what would be classified as worthless. They can't handle situations that happen because they're waiting for Superman, they're waiting for Jesus, they're waiting for mommy or daddy to pick it up. And they turn into things like Donald Trump, who runs around screaming that if you don't like me, I'm going to beat you up, I'm going to drop an atomic bomb on you, I'm going to call my lawyers and have them sue you. Whatever. The guy's an absolute lunatic with no common sense of what he represents to an entire planet because he is such a foul-mouthed jerk. So, that's kind of why I say you need to stop, try and think about what I'm saying. Understand that the playful end is there, the games are there, the past of all your lives, the things. I mean, if you're pushing these shuttles up and they're using ocean water, and every time you send one of these things up and it sprays out a big plume of moisture, you're going to be cleansing your air. The only way you're going to get the SO2 out of the air is, literally what it's doing now, raining like crazy to push all that stuff out. You're going to wash out radiation contaminations and dirt and pollution and coal and all this different stuff is going to get pushed back down to Earth. It's going to get covered over, and you're going to have a new fresh planet, and it's going to be something. And you're helping do something to make it better. So, that's why I say, I don't know why I try so hard. There's a part of me, if the human race dropped dead, I wouldn't care. As how badly I have seen the average people want to be. Not the worst of what I've seen. The average people are so desirous of winning the lottery and waiting for somebody else to clean up after them.